Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian. We covered the Naval Submarine League's annual symposium and trade show in Northern Virginia. At the end of the symposium, we caught up with Tim Oliver, the executive director of the Naval Submarine League, for his takeaways.
I'm Tim Oliver. I retired Navy captain after 26 years in submarines, and I'm the executive director of the Naval Submarine League. Naval Submarine League is a nonprofit organization. We have 10 chapters around the country that are normally located where our submarine forces are, but our members exist throughout the country. We have a speakers bureau that can be available to talk to the various civic organizations, Lions, Rotary, and we have members that would be glad to go out and fill in the people of America on what submarines are doing today. So we try to make sure that we educate the public about the importance of submarines. A small organization, we want to grow, and we want to be in your neighborhood so that you can learn more about what submarines do today. We always talk with the active duty and try and make sure we can match what they're looking for to get out of a symposium like this. And their idea was U.S. submarines getting faster. So the old submarine force, both the way they operate and how quickly they can introduce technology, as well as the actual ships themselves for the future. So they wanted to be able to showcase both the technology and the people and let the American public understand what's going on in the submarine force today. I always enjoy hearing the young lieutenants that have qualified on their first submarine and now are in shore duty here in Washington, because they always have that fresh perspective that's pretty well removed from my experience. I just can't imagine what it is for a young officer today to not only be proficient in tracking submarines, but also being able to launch Tomahawk missiles, have all of the requirements to take SEALs and launch SEALs on all the various missions they have. There are just so many things that these young people are proficient in and more capable in than our generation, so they're very inspiring. I think the submarine leadership have figured out how, going forward, the right mix for submarine capabilities and what's going to be needed. Now the important thing is how we translate that to the Congress and to the public to understand what do submarines bring to our national defense that no other platform does. So they have a very large submarine that they're going to be building with the Columbia class, which is going to be needed to replace our current Ohio class ballistic missile submarines. But they also have developed the capability that size of a submarine could be used to replace the what we call our ballistic or our cruise missile launch submarines, the Ohio class that were converted to launch Tomahawk missiles. As those submarines today, 4 of them, have the capability to take 156 Tomahawk missiles and 66 Marines or SEALs anywhere in the world. And it's a capability that's becoming much like where are the carriers, it's where is the SSGN. And so the leadership of the DoD want to make sure that that platform exists in the future. And so the submarine force has figured out the capability that they could develop if it's needed. We'll start our strategic planning for next year, but our focus is to increase communications. We've got a new website that people ought to check out, www.navalsubleague.org. And you'll get there, you'll see information, you'll see links to other interesting topics, and you can join online there. But we're going to try and expand that communications. We're going to try and expand our connections with other organizations like submarine museums that are all around the country. They have thousands of people go through there every year. We need to make that connection with them. We've got a poster of all the submarines that have ever been built in the United States that we make available for them to sell in their museums. So it's a win-win situation helping to educate the public. Message I would send to current submariners are thank you for what you do. Your everyday dedication to the hard work that it takes to be the best and be on a submarine in long, difficult deployments away from your families is important to your country, and everybody is proud of what you're doing. So bear with it. There'll be the high points, there'll be the low points, but at least at the end of the day, you know what you've done is very important to the country. If you want a challenge and you want to be part of a meaningful part of the service that has exciting missions, and you know that what you're doing is contributing to our national defense, you should apply for submarines. It's truly continues to be the most challenging, and the people that you'll get to work with throughout your career are outstanding and dedicated and motivated, and you'll love every minute of it.